Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your first fighter into the cage. From Gran Canaria, Rachid has. Yeah.
So now we move on and back to MMA with a featherweight bout here, and we've talked about this one before this card began. This is the one we are earmarking as potential fight of the night. Two extremely talented young fighters, both of them highly touted, both of them with good records, and both of them meeting tonight in Celtic Gladiator cage here in Grays, Essex. Rachid has, under the tutelage of Matt Inman over there at SBG Manchester, from Spain, Gran Canaria, Spain. But Matt Inman said it's just so hard to get this man fights. He's so dangerous. He's good on the ground. He's knocking people out on the feet. But he's met a person willing to take this fight in Jordan Vucenic.
Well, like you say, hard to get him fights. He started MMA in 2010. He's only had 4 fights as a professional, you know, so he's been doing this game a long time, coming on nearly a decade. Has a great background, and like you say, Spanish from Gran Canaria, who have a huge MMA scene out there, a lot of high-level grappling, and then you put that together with Matt Inman and the coaches up there at SBG. This guy's a real talent, and like you said, undefeated, finally got a fight, and he gets to put on a show tonight here.
So he gets a fight, but he needs the dance partner, and he certainly has one in Jordan Vucenic.
Now please welcome his opponent from Northamptonshire, Jordan the Epidemic Vucenic.
So here he comes. He has been waiting to make this walk for a very long time. Jordan Vucenic, I've been lucky enough to call, I believe, 2 of his 4 fights so far, and every single time I've seen him step in the cage, he has impressed me more and more. Coming off the back of his first loss, though, this is where we see how that loss has fueled him, the lessons he's learned from that. And I spoke to him before this, and he's had a little time away from the cage with a broken hand. Then he's had fights fall through. It's felt like an age since he's been able to come in there and compete, but he said, I've been working all the time, I've been getting better. If people think I haven't, they're going to see tonight exactly what I can do, and I've got some new dangerous weapons I want to put on show.
Extremely talented, dangerous young man, and has big delight of Panikos Youssef, you know, who is a world champion in Muay Thai, and I've experienced Panikos, an extremely dangerous and scary man to fight against. And he was the underdog there, and he managed to come out on top. I'm not sure if he'd be the underdog so much in this fight. It's extremely, you know, extremely competitive, but we're going to see, if, like you said, his mentality coming after the loss.
Live from the city of Grays, Essex, Celtic Gladiators has 3 final runs in the professional featherweight division. In the blue corner, undefeated with a record of 4 wins and no losses, weighing in at 145 pounds, representing SBG Manchester, by way of Gran Canaria, Rachid has. That is the opponent from the red corner, with a record of 3 wins and 1 defeat, weighing in at 145 pounds, representing BST Academy, from Northamptonshire, Jordan the Epidemic Vucenic. Your referee charge reaction is to Sam Hamid.
So Sam Hamid will take charge of this featherweight contest. Rachid has, in the blue corner with the grey shorts, taking on Jordan Vucenic in the black shorts, red corner, and yellow gloves. And Jordan Vucenic gave us a little wink just before he started. He has been itching to get back in there. But Rachid has undefeated so far. Now we move into the pro fights, 3 5-minute rounds, should I say. Oh, and look at that, Has coming forward, heavy leg kick to finish that off. How quick that lead leg comes up, very impressive.
Great movement from Jordan, good feints, just trying to set up his opponent.
And Has last fight finished within, well, on Tapology it says 1 minute 55 seconds, but I timed it. It was 16 seconds. A knee to the head finish there of his opponent.
Yeah, nice variation of attacks from Rachid. And there you go again with that lead kick, comes up high.
But one of the things Jordan said to me, he said he doesn't believe Rachid has fought somebody that will take these shots and keep coming.
He's bullying him around the fence, around the cage at the moment, controlling the distance well. And you see he's like reading the situation very well. He's Jordan feinting and seeing how his opponent reacts, and then trying to make little adjustments. Rachid landing more shots so far, but you can see Jordan's kind of working out the fight as it goes along.
Oh,
Nice.
a jump kick there. Just misses Vucenic's chin. Vucenic coming out of BST Academy, but also trains at Fourth Dimension. Wayne Kirk there in the corner. And look at the likes of Andre Winner there. Amira Dietrich, the glory fighter, as well as Tim Wilde.
That right hand comes through, and we get a smile from Rachid, which means it hurt.
Oh, a stiff left jab as well.
Ooh,
The elbow
the
dropping
elbow.
through, and with the broken hand, Vucenic said, I've literally spent 6 months just working elbows, so watch for these blades to start making some marks in my next few fights. Rachid very calm as well, though. I like his little feints. Oh, nice. Goes upstairs.
Nice throwing combinations there, Jordan is, as with head movement, keeping himself off that center line.
Now look at the clinch. Oh, look how strong Vucenic is. You can hear the corner there of Vucenic. They want that pressure.
Rachid with a good underhook here, trying to spin out to the outside.
Listening to his corner very well, Matt
Loses
Inman
the
there.
underhook there. Jordan trying to use that leg to spin him off. Good head position here from Jordan. Controlling it very well. A lot of pressure coming forward. Rachid avoiding a lot of damage here though, and controlling the position well, but gets taken down, almost like bullied down to the ground there.
And let's see what ground game they've got. Rachid actually was a purple belt before Matt Inman when he walked into the gym at SBG. Inman says, you've got to be careful with this guy on the ground, so let's see what Vucenic's got. But Vucenic has faced and beaten the likes of Shayab Yusuf, the former IMAF world champion at featherweight. And that was an impressive fight. That was back at ACB 70 at the Sheffield Arena. Really two talents coming together, and Vucenic showing just how well-rounded he was.
Jordan having good control here, and Rachid controlling the posture well. So Rachid not taking too much damage on the bottom, but doesn't seem to be getting much of an offense. Trying to control a wrist.
Controlling very well. Now he's got that right. Oh, there you go. Vucenic aware of it, pulls that arm out.
Nice foot on the hip. Good position here from Rachid. He's trying to slowly work up and look for a triangle.
Oh, look at that. Look at the speed.
Trying to pass with that is Jordan. Nice high-level stuff from both guys there. And now let's see. Oh, big
look
shot.
at that. That left hand comes down. Rachid eats it well.
It's beautiful, passing straight back into the guard, but landing a nice straight left hand.
Well, Rachid certainly giving Vucenic something to think about. That triangle came up a couple of times very quickly.
Vucenic just seems very strong posturally in these positions. Quite hard to deal with, and he's shrugging off these submission attempts. Works himself back up, does Rachid.
Oh, jump knee from Vucenic now. Oh, and Rashid's got to be careful going back in a straight line, especially with the combinations, but now putting some together himself up against the cage.
Just seems to be getting bullied in the grappling exchanges, does Rachid. The power of Vucenic just controlling these little positions, and it really is like a battle of inches. Swinging here, and big shot up top with the left high kick. I think that so far has been his best weapon in this fight, that front lead, left up coming to the top.
Wow, what a good first round from these two. What a fight to have here on this Celtic Gladiator card. Two well-rounded young fighters, really putting it both on the line. They went at each other, but I think, like you said, maybe the slight difference there between them in that first round is the size, the bullying pressure of Jordan Vucenic.
The physicality of Jordan, you could see whenever they got into those clinching positions, it wasn't even, obviously it's technical as well, but it was more just the raw power that he had to control the position, control the posture in the ground. both showing some great little highlights. I think for Rachid, that left high kick's probably the most dangerous thing. So Vucenic needs to make sure he keeps his hands high at all moments on the feet, because that kick comes from anywhere. But Rachid really needs to change the dynamic of this fight if he wants to look to get the victory, because that first round was controlled really from Jordan. You know, whatever the position was, I felt like Jordan had the slight edge on the feet, on the ground, in the positioning. So, you know, we need to see if we can change the dynamic of it.
So round 2 set to go underway. Vucenic in the yellow gloves, red corner. And over there, Rachid has in the blue gloves, blue corner. Me, Brian Lacey, alongside Luke Barnett here at Celtic Gladiator at the Civic Hall in Grays, Essex, and we are underway once again with this featherweight bout. Oh, look at that, right up the middle. But as soon as Vucenic throws, Rachid trying to answer. Oh, I guess the clinch, look at that takedown.
Bullies him down and gets a nice little outside trip. In the butterfly guard now, controlling with little elbows. Again, just a physicality here of Vucenic. Great positioning, pinning him up against the fence. Quite easy to get up here though for Rachid if he can get some space. So Vucenic really needs to keep that pressure tight, and that's what his corner are telling him to do. Stay tight, stay tight. If he gives an inch of space, Rachid could pop back up here in this position, or maybe try and use these butterfly hooks for a sweep.
Rachid gets that full guard back.
But here now in the full guard, it kind of does hinder you in this position if you want to try and stand up. Very hard to stand up when you've got the full guard and you're pinned up against the fence. And really for Jordan Vucenic here, he can just slowly grind away. Look out for the submission attempts and the arm bars.
Armbar looking to come up, trying to turn again, but Vucenic aware of it. Oh, look at that hammer fist followed by a right hand. Rachid is tough as nails though, eats both of those.
He seems like he's very happy to be in the guard here. And in MMA, you know, if you have that great jiu-jitsu background, I've seen this before actually in a few of Inman's fights, you can get too comfortable in that position. And yes, you can pull off some slick submissions and you can win, no doubt about it. But right now, Jordan Vucenic is the one winning this fight in these positions, bullying, causing shots. So for Rachid, he's kind of losing unless he pulls off a submission, which is very hard to do against an athletic young guy like Vucenic. You know, my advice would be try to get back to your feet, try and get on top. In MMA, you always want to be on top and control the position. You're trying to work these triangles and these arm bars. Only...
Oh, little up kick there. The referee saying illegal head... corner saying illegal head kick. Oh, now he's got to be careful.
For Jordan here, it's just a case of being disciplined. He's obviously, he can avoid these submission attempts. He's done it for half of this fight now. So if he can continue this fight in the same fashion and just stay disciplined, keep your arms, your elbows in. Don't take any big risks. You're going to win because Haz is not doing anything else to change the flow of the fight. So, you know, obviously he wants to finish this fight and he wants to work towards a finish. But for him, he's doing everything right.
Oh, another up kick. Oh, 3 times.
Referee getting involved in separating the fighters.
Jordan Vucenic. See, the first time I actually thought the referee did a great job because Vucenic was still had the momentum, so he didn't stop that. He allowed that to continue, but that was 2 big up kicks there.
And I think this is going to be a point deduction.
Yeah, I believe it has to be. That's 2 points. Yep.
So now we're looking at
that's great refereeing.
He's in a huge deficit here, absolutely huge deficit. Probably lost the first round and now 2 down. So the only way he's going to win this fight is a finish.
Vucenic, though, staying calm. He gave his corner a little nod.
Right decision from the referee.
I think that's great refereeing. 2 points as well. The referee can take that. I've seen it before.
Well, because it was more than 1 attempt. You know, he did it 3 times.
Yeah.
And I think after the first time, he let him off.
Oh,
nice spinning elbow attack
there. And now you can see Rachid is bloodied up from some of those ground and pound attacks there from Vucenic.
Well, Rachid really needs to get some... Oh, nice front teep to the face. We need to see some urgency now from Rachid. And there he comes, answers the call for urgency.
Great response from Rachid, but Vucenic takes the center of the cage again.
You can see Vucenic just trying to work out where the space is to get this finish. Oh, nice left hook, but off the back foot, so not so much power behind it.
Again, using that bullying presence. Nice lateral movement there from Rachid out of the way. Vucenic now's the one going back in straight lines. Pours that jab out, eats a body kick. This is turning into a real fight. He's heating up. Oh, spinning attack again.
He was looking for that tie trip, missed, and continued going with that spinning attack. And there's another
that
spinning
one
elbow.
connects.
And Rachid walks straight into it, keeps coming.
This is pressure from Rachid has now. You asked for that as far as a response, and he's giving it us.
Needs to watch waning forward with that because he can walk into another one of those spinning elbows. He's really overcommitting, Has coming forward now, which is what he needs to do because he's losing this fight and needs to search for the finish, but leaves him open as well. Jordan now having good control, could see him duck under to the back here. Jordan having that nice grip on the back, needs to watch that knee bar.
Drop and roll, Rachid now on top, right in front of us here.
The first time we've seen Rachid on top. See how Jordan handles the bottom grab, looking for the leg, trying to get up.
Last 10 seconds.
You can see Rachid has wearing a lot of pain on his face, a bit of tiredness toward the end of that round, but coming forward like an absolute killer at the end of that second, and really that's what he needs to do. Really rose to the occasion and started coming forward. His undefeated record is on the line here, so we know he's lost 2 points. So even if he won the first 2 rounds, we're going into a draw. So he needs to come out and really put it on the line here in this 3rd round, because realistically he needs a finish to win this fight.
And as far as the Vucenic corner now, what do you think they'll be telling him? They're not the sort of corner that say, Cruz, let's go for a points victory.
I think he has all of the potentials here to finish this fight. He's had a few finishing opportunities. That spinning elbow was beautiful that he landed in the first round. I'd say stay calm. You know, wait for your opportunity to come to you. You don't have to chase it. This guy has got to chase you and come forward. So I would use his momentum of him chasing you and coming forward to maybe lead him onto something. Maybe one of those spins that he did in the 2nd round, or make him walk onto a big shot. Don't search for that big shot, make him walk onto it for you, because you have complete advantage of this situation. You know, so look for the finish, but make it on your terms. Don't chase it with him. That would be my advice.
So we're set for round number 3 here. The first of our pro MMA bouts here at Celtic Gladiator at the Civic Hall in Grays, Essex. Jordan Vucenic in the red corner, yellow gloves. Rachid has blue corner, blue gloves. And what a fight this has been so far between the two. Skill, back and forth, a little bit of controversy as well. 2 points deducted. And now all on the line here in this 3rd and final round.
Vucenic trying to set up that right hand there with a few jab feints. And it came out of nowhere as well, not much of a tell. So that slam to take down, control the fight, very well inside control. Chipping away now.
And stepping over, looking to try and get that beat down position now.
And again, it's going to all 4s. Rachid doing all the right responses here, maybe going to look to roll under. Gets into the half guard, back into the guard, which he's been very comfortable in this fight. I think he's been overconfident in this position and it's cost him a lot of time. But he's very dangerous here. So Jordan needs to be disciplined, watch out for the triangles, the arm bars, even a knee bar. You know, there's a lot of different attacks you can have here. So he needs to be aware of all of them.
And also from the bottom, even though he's been warned already, Rachid has got to be careful with these up kicks. We don't want to see this fight ending with a disqualification. Whoa, Vucenic making room for those big hammer fists again.
Again, needs to be disciplined. There was a risk there. He managed to overcome it. Good turtle up there from Rachid onto all 4s. The fence is right there, so maybe he'll use it to stand. Rolls back into the guard. Making a lot of jiu-jitsu decisions here, you know, not MMA-based decisions, but jiu-jitsu-based ones. So he's ending on the bottom again in this position. And to have Jordan Vucenic on top of you, you've already seen in this fight has not been very fun.
So those small shots have certainly built up some damage on the face of Rachid.
This is the thing with jiu-jitsu, is it's a very submissive art form. So when you're here on the bottom and you've got Jordan he's a very aggressive fighter. He comes forward. He fights with beauty in a way, but he's not trying to technically beat you. He's trying to smash you into the ground. And he's doing that here and just controlling the positions and chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. So for me, the right technique is not to end on the bottom with this guy. You want to be on top.
Well, time is ticking now for Rachid to be able to turn this around, to get one of these submissions, these slick arm bars, triangles that he's already been trying throughout this fight, but Vucenic has been aware it lets him stand up. Oh, went for the spinning elbow again. Now he's chasing him down. Oh, had to be careful of a spinning attack himself.
Gets into that body lock position where he's been very comfortable. Has managed to bully his opponent down in lots of positions here from the body lock.
What conditioning though from Vucenic, not giving an inch.
Really wants that spinning elbow. Nice teep to the midsection. Nice body kick from Rachid, as is still there.
What a fight these young men are putting on for us. And another front kick there. Another takedown.
Goes nice.
But this time into mount. That's
small angles, those those cerebral feelings. He feels he's off balance. He turns in with the hips. Really, really high level stuff. Goes, like you said, straight into the mount position. Rachid's going to struggle to get this man off of him now. Let's see if Jordan can try and get a finish. Rachid gives up his back. Dangerous here. Trying to work in for that rear naked choke or that beatdown. Big shots coming down now from Jordan.
Stood up. Jordan Vucenic looking for a finish. It's been a long time since he's been in the cage. He's wanting to make all those hours, those minutes he's been yearning to be back in there pay off. And look at these elbows, the referee calls it. Jordan Vucenic, welcome back. Another O taken by the epidemic Jordan Vucenic. What a performance against a tough opponent in Rachid Has. What a fight.
You know, Rachid has been searching for a fight for a long time, and he got one tonight. You know, Jordan Vucenic just did not let up. He was relentless in the way of bullied forward, physical, on the feet, damaging him, ground and pound on the bottom, and you could see the collective pain that Rachid felt in that fight, and he kind of just broke towards the end. That's that sort of feeling when you break a fight like that is different to just a victory. He absolutely destroyed him, come forward, non-stop. What a feeling for Jordan Vucenic, like you said, been out of the cage for a long time, been searching for a victory for a long while, and manages to get a very impressive performance. And Brian Lacey has now made his way to the cage to interview the young man to see how he's feeling. He's been searching for that victory for a while, and I think he really made a statement here tonight by taking out the undefeated fighter in such a fashion. Really beat him down in every single position.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Sam Amini calls on the contest at 3 minutes and 59 seconds of round number 3. For the winner by TKO, Jordan the Epidemic Vucenic!
Jordan Vucenic, let's grab a word. It's been a while since we've done this, my friend. It's been a while since you made that walk to the cage. A long time coming. What a tough opponent, what a performance. Just sum that up for me now.
Mate, I'm on top of the world. I know everybody says it, that they put all into it, but honestly, I get emotional. I put everything I've got into it, every single thing. I just like it.
You like it, and you're very good at it as well, mate. Listen, there's one little bit of controversy in there. 3 up kicks you 8. How badly hurt were you off the back of them?
One of them swung me a bit, but it didn't spin me enough for a prolonged long time. It was for a split second. They got 3 or 4 in, but I know he's tired. I've got a gas tank. I might look tired there, but he fucking pushed the pace. That was a hard pace fight. I'd like to see anybody go that pace and look fresh.
Hey, listen, time and time again you're stepping here against tough opponents. been a while since you got back in here. What's next for you? What do you want next at featherweight, mate?
I'm coming. I'm gonna go UFC. I'm gonna go all the way, yeah? I'm gonna be a world champion. Mark my words. This is just the start of it. I broke my hand. I was out for a year because I broke my hand. They were gonna give me an operation. It was gonna take even longer. I just prayed to God and let it heal itself, and it seems stronger than ever. So no one's stopping me now. I'm coming for everyone.
Look, you didn't miss a beat. Give it a warm up time for you.